Hi, what are we right now? Risk on or risk off? This is the major question all of us as traders, everyone in the market, investors, they are trying to figure out in this market, looking at the Bitcoin price and the overall space. We went to the token for 2049 for the past 2 days, and everybody is incredibly bullish. You can see right now, the long traders, crypto guys, hodlers are happy, everybody is rejoicing, and the short sellers are crying. Looking at Bitcoin's price in context, you can see we are up from April 26.25%, and we seem to be back where everything started. You can see even the CSO of Leiden is saying Bitcoin is the first form of collateral that's ever been uniform and equal. This asset class is giving us is leveling the playing field in the financial rails, and this is where there's opportunity for folks like you and me to make money, to capitalize on this, and to become generational wealthy, and to give us generational wealth and give us a path out of the old traditional system into the new system.
Bitcoin is a global asset. It is the first asset ever that an entity in any part of the world can take from another borrower that will be uniform and equal.
Yep.
And it allows me to underwrite credit in the same risk profile.
Yep.
Meaning I can give you the same interest rates and the same quality of service, regardless of what your religion is, what skin color you are.
Yep.
So in Latin, one of the things that fills me with pride, as I mentioned, and I say this often, if you are applying for a loan from Madrid or Medellin, you're going to get the same rates,
Right.
the same service.
Yep.
I don't think there's a single other entity.
Bitcoin levels the playing field. Bitcoin is a uniform asset for anyone across the board. It doesn't look at race, color, or creed, nothing like that. You can see it with the Bitcoin dominance, everything looking bullish, looking like we are going up. Even the CIA, the deputy director of the CIA, is saying that cryptocurrency is here.
No, I mean, look, Bitcoin is here to stay. Cryptocurrency is here to stay.
Is here to stay. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. Bitcoin is here to stay. This is bullish, incredibly bullish from the deputy director of the CIA. You can see also the White House is also, these were rumors though, but White House is finalizing plans to start to sell and revalue gold to accumulate more Bitcoin. While everybody is doing so, North Carolina Senate just passed the strategic Bitcoin reserve bill, just like Arizona did last month. So you see everybody rushing to this door. This is government institutions. All of them are trying to this cycle. What I've noticed is that a lot of institutional companies and institutional backers and governments are getting into this space, while retail is nowhere to be seen. This is where there's a lot of trade and a lot of people like us that we are early and we are front run the governments and institutions. We can make a lot of money and gives us a path to generational wealth. You can see Bitcoin ETFs bought 422 million worth of Bitcoin just yesterday. Everything is looking bullish. Looking at SUI also, SUI has been showing incredible dominance in DeFi space, the market cap strength, a huge growth in its TVL, and a lot of things happening for it. This is coupled with the collaboration it announced with Pokemon, and you see the 21 shares has now filed with the SEC for a SUI ETF. All this is incredible for the space. The TVL in Bitcoin on SUI ecosystem just passed 200 million. This is incredibly bullish for this space, and this makes us immediately we jump into the chart and we try to see what if this is translating directly on the chart. Of course, it's not translating. Just looking at the SUI chart and an overview of the chart, you can see we seem to be moving sideways according to the chart. Looking at the RSI, we are pointing downwards. So we would be expecting, looking at the chart on the daily chart, it is respecting this our box range that we have drawn from $3.4 to around $3.2. And I will expect a further movement to the downside for us to, and it will be healthy for us to confirm the $2.9, $3 price level. Once we confirm that, I'll be expecting a further move to the upside. So we continue to watch the SUI chart. Looking at the Solana chart, also we are moving sideways. Nothing really jumps on this chart right now on the Solana also RSI looks to be pointing downward, so we might be moving Rangebound and somewhere downwards, maybe towards the 135, 137, 135 levels. So that will be another point where we'll be looking for confirmation of support of that. Then finally, looking at the Godfather Bitcoin, looking at the price, we have seen an incredible move in the past days. RSI looks to be overbought, looks to be approaching the overbought territory. So we remain cautious on this. but looking at the chart, it looks bullish. In fact, this is something that caught me by surprise, because I expected that we would see a further downside for us to reclaim and to confirm support around the 88,000 levels before we go further upside. But we look at what the price is telling us, and we have to pay attention to what the price action and what the chart is telling us. The chart right now looks like they're overbought, so I will stay cautious of entering any positions right now on the Bitcoin chart. I will expect a pullback to the 90,000 levels, between the 90,000 level and the 88,000 levels, for confirmation of that support before I expect a volatile movement to the upside. Now, just to give you a little bit of alpha and a little bit of news from the Token 2049 that I attended 2 days ago. I noticed one thing was that the vibe was a little bit off. A lot of people attended, which is also bullish for the market. Number two, one thing I noticed is that 80% of companies and institutions that were there were crypto exchanges. This is actually interesting. 20% of them were projects, yes, but a lot of projects were not even giving alpha. A lot of them remain to be building. And this shows that they have put their head down and they are working. And all of this shows an incredible growing industry that will deliver gains and will deliver value for all of us in this market, and all of us paying attention to this. We remain bullish. This is where we can make a trade. Looking at the fear and greed index, we remain in greed territory, up from yesterday where we were neutral. And looking at the altcoin market, looking at it from a weekly point of view, what jumps up was virtual AI that I've been mentioning, and meme coins, Pengu, meme coin, Bonk, Brett, XMR, Monero, which is a privacy coin, and all this has been bullish for the week. Looking at the crypto altcoin market as a whole on the daily, you can see IMX has jumped out and is moving on the day, which is a gaming token. Quant Network, which is another layer one or also institutional back, is also gaining on the day. EOS, another token from the 2017-2018 bull cycle, has woken up and is now bullish. And Virtuals, like I said, is still remaining in that territory and is looking bullish. Virtual has been doing very, very well, so there's a trade for us to be taking. We remain bullish. We look at the charts and we manage our risk levels, and we take opportunity of any trade that comes up to us. This is your market analysis for today. Remain in this market, remain bullish, remain cautious, manage your risk, and take the trade. We are here. My name is OP. This is 02 Ferrari. We are here to make a trade. We are here to be millionaires. We are here to take advantage of this financial system. Let's go. See you tomorrow. Bye.